everybody, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. How's your day been? Good? Let me know down in the comments below. So last episode we worked on blood magic, getting to the beyond the endless realm and getting ourselves meteor summoning so we can finally get all the missing pieces we need now for the Wither's Compass, which was all of those reinforced speed runes. And with that, we've made all of the Wither's Compasses now, so that's amazing. Now, today we're going to be working on another part of the ATM Star, because I'm thinking we should be able to get this thing within the next 2 episodes, I think. There's not a whole lot we're missing. Like the Eternal Stellas we've already made, we just need to do a bit of evil craft to get these items here. The Dragon Soul, we just need to get into Botania. The focus summoning here from Ars Nouveau should be easy enough. We just need to summon the Wilden. And we need to go to the Twilight Forest and get ourselves a Witch or the Snow Queen trophies. They'll be easy enough. We have everything else here. We've got the Wither's Compass, the pulsating black hole. We do need to get into pneumatic craft, but that'll just take us like 5 minutes. Now, the only other thing from this that's going to be a little bit more challenging is the Mjolnir. We're going to have to figure out how to make this, and that means we're going to have to get into all of these different rune craftings in Botania and gather all these ingredients here. Doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult, but it's a little bit of work we're going to have to do, and we might do that now next episode. Dimensional Seed. This requires like these ender infused like cores, like the teleportation core infused, and this requires infusion chanting from Apotheosis. Now, I've never done this before, so this is going to be something I need to figure out. Any tips that you know or you can provide, let me know down in the comments below, because I have no clue what I'm doing with this infusion thing. Creative Essence, Grand Probability Device. We do need to go back into space. We need to get ourselves to Venus to get ourselves to Calorite, but that's going to be easy enough. And then the Philosopher's Fuel we're going to work on today. We should have almost everything here. The rejuvenated flesh comes from werewolf flesh or humanoid flesh. Now, I think I remember how to get this. I think you just need to strike villagers with lightning. And there's like a 50-50 chance between it'll turn it into a werewolf or a witch. So once we get a spawn egg of that, we should be okay. In the next emitter, we have everything for this already. We just need to get in a little bit of crate for the precision mechanisms. And we need to get ourselves this material here, Duroplast, made from into immersive engineering, which should only take us a few minutes as well. So since this is going to be a bit more complicated today because the Philosopher's Fuel requires this Insanite block here. This is from Extreme Reactors. Now, I've never made this before or I've never seen this before, but this is going to require a lot of like chemical processing and reprocessing through Extreme Reactors. So I'm going to try and make this as easy to follow, but also we're going to be learning along the way. So this requires like Benatime and a reprocessor with Rosenite. I have no clue how to get Rosenite. I think the quest book tells us. Like there's different bees that can produce it as well, so that could be handy. But we only need 20 blocks of it, and then we never need it again because then we'll have our ATM Star B. So let's begin. We need to get ourselves a ton of cyanite, and to get that, we need to make ourselves our first reactor. So Extreme Reactors, I've already gone ahead and made a lot of the patterns for it. Now there's 2 versions of the reactor. There's a basic version and a reinforced version. The basic version, I believe, only goes to a maximum size of 5 by 5 by 5. Whereas I think the reinforced one can go to like 200 by 200 by 200. I'm not sure. And also from reading the quest book, it turns out the taller the reactor is, the less efficient it'll be because the more fuel rods you'll have in there, which is what we want. We want this thing to be as inefficient as possible so it produces as much cyanite as possible. So yeah, that should be good enough. Let's make 100 of these and then we'll make ourselves a ton of casing. So like 200, probably going to need way more than that. Another 100 of these. And we need ourselves a controller. We might end up having to make 2 Yellorium. Did I select the wrong pattern for that? I might have. It should be just crafted by hand here anyway. Yeah, that'll do. I'll have to fix that pattern. But anyway, so give me all that. Give me all that. Give me like 1,000 of those. And let's start laying out our area. So let's turn our chunk borders because we kind of want to contain this thing to 1 chunk. And we'll start in the corner here. I don't want this to be an even number, so we're just going to leave 1 block gap on 2 of the sides from the chunk border. All right. And now we just need to fill the whole thing in. Do I have my builder's wand on me? I do. I was going to use glass on the sides, but I do believe glass causes a lot of lag, so we're going to ignore that. And we're just going to fill this entire thing here to the brim of these fuel rods. Now, this is probably not going to be great, but screw it. I don't believe these things explode, so we should have no issues. Okay, that should do. We have like, what, over like 2,500 of them here? This is insane. Right, so we just need to cap the entire thing now with the control rods. So just, whoop, there we go. Is that all of the top covered? Yes, it is. And now it's as simple as just filling up the entire sides here now with the casing. We're going to need a lot more casing. Along with also the casing, we're going to need a few ports. We're going to need ourselves a access port and a power tap. But this thing is going to produce power. Now, it's not probably going to produce a lot of power, but it's definitely going to produce quite a bit of power. So we want to make sure we have a way of being able to store that power or remove it. All right, so in the center here, we're going to have our controller. The whole thing seemed to have built. Don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, that means it worked. Or does it? I don't know. It's flashing, whatever. We want to put ourselves a access port here. This will be for input of fuel. And same thing over here. This will be export of waste. And then we'll just put a power tap like up here. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so now we just need to export out tons of yellorium or uranium. And we could just put it all in. What was that, like 12 stacks? Just over half full. So a couple more. And wow, okay. If we turn this thing on, actually, let's get ourselves a power tap. So we need ourselves a point, or no, not a point, a plug, because we're going to be providing now our matrix with the power. So you should be going in there, disable the limit. And if we turn you on, you can see the power, or the heat is going up like crazy. Casing heat is going up crazy. We are currently producing 400,000, 430, 440,000. Okay. And how fast are we producing waste? We are producing waste very quickly. We've already got 3 ingots of it in here. So if we turn this thing here to outlet mode and auto eject waste, we already got 4 ingots, 5 ingots. Nice. All we have to do now, I think, if we just put an ender chest on this guy, it should auto eject into it, or will it? No, it doesn't. Okay, so we'll just put the ender chest there in a pipe. All right, and you're just going to export out and fill this entire system up now with cyanide, which is great. And our total power production is, wow, okay, we're just producing over what our nitro reactor produces. That's actually pretty good. And to keep you filled with fuel, we might need to put like an export bus on you, but you have enough fuel to last a while, so that should be good. Now, we could just let this thing here run for ages, producing a ton of cyanide, and we will let it just run, but we're also going to need a lot of cyanide. So this setup here isn't going to be enough. So we're going to make ourselves a cyanide seed. We already have 19. So what do we need to make the seed? I think it's blocks of cyanide. Yeah, we need 4 blocks of it. And how many blocks can we make so far? Only 2. Okay, we have enough cyanide produced. So 4 blocks with 4 supremium essence. And the seed. Oh, it already has the automation for that. That's good. And our seed should end up in here. Nice. So let's set up our patterns here. So let's say you are going to hold the seed. Okay. And we're just going to pick one of these guys up here to take it. Since we're actually done with the nether stars, we'll actually put that in there. Now, is it going to keep it refilled? Oh, yeah, this has the recycled stuff in there. So that should just keep us going. And now we need to do something with the essence. And that's just going to be put in a RF Tools crafter. All right, there we go. So that has been set in. What the heck? Why harvest levels? No idea. But that should be making us our cyanide now as it produces it. So if we drop this in here, and now we should have tons of cyanide being crafted. Yes, 45. Can we do the same for plutonium? But plutonium is the next material we're going to need. No, it doesn't look like there's a seed for this. So we're going to have to start reprocessing this. And to get this, we just need to make this guy here a reprocessor. It's no longer a single block. It's now a big multi-block. And that's going to require power and water with 2 ingots to 1 plutonium. So we need to go make ourselves a reprocessor right now. And how to build that, I'm not sure, but I think there's a guidebook to tell us. Right, so there is a few parts to it. So let's make ourselves like 100 casing. Oh, that still requires a ton of cyanide. Yeah, this is why we needed that seed, because this thing it's going to take forever. Let's see if we can make ourselves. We need a fluid injector. This is going to be for water input. We're going to need an output port. We're also going to need the controller. Waste injector, we might need that as well. We also need a power port. And I think there was something else we needed. Oh yeah, the reprocessor collector. I don't seem to have made a pattern for that. But we just need the one. All right, so this is the guidebook, the extreme book apparently. And we want to go to the reprocessor, how to build. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks tall. And by the looks of it, it needs these items in the right place. This looks like the fluid input. Does it say where those parts go? Fluid injector, waste injector. Okay, so the waste injector has to go on the top, very top. So that means this is the waste injector and the other one on the other side is the fluid injector. And it looks like then the controller and the power tap can just go anywhere it likes. Now, for this reprocessor collector, I believe this actually has to go on the very bottom block. So if we put this here and try and make some casing, can we make like 10 of it just to begin with? 20? 10? Yes. This is going to take a while with the amount of cyanide we're getting. I might need to go speed up that phytogenic insulators. So controller here, we'll have our power tap on the back. We'll have our reprocessor output right here. And then the fluid injector will go here. And then the waste injector has to go on top. So yeah, this is going to take a while for us to produce enough cyanide. So let me go see if I can speed up the process. All right, we should have enough casings being crafted now. I made myself like, what, 3 more seeds for cyanide? So how tall is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the height it needs to be. And also, it also requires to be hollow. So if we put this right here, this should be the whole thing built. Yes, it is. Okay, nice. We just need ourselves a point for power. That's going to go on the back right here. So this thing's going to be provided with power. This is the output port. So it looks like we just want to get like a chest and a pipe to pull stuff out. In here is the fluid injector. So I'm guessing this is going to be like a sink or something. We just have a sink. We do have a sink on hand. So we can put this right here with a pipe. So water goes in and we have power. And now the waste. Now, is this for solid? I don't know. But if we grab out some cyanide here and put this in here, does it work? Turn it on. Oh, yeah, it definitely seems to be doing something. Plutonium. And if we look in here, yes, we have plutonium coming out. Nice. We'll just pump this air into an ender chest. All right, so now that we have that plutonium being made, what's the next step? I've been just working on completing the quests in here. Like, apparently it does want us to get the basic ones first. So I just went ahead and made all the parts for that. Now that we're getting plutonium, we need to make ourselves a ludocrite. Ludocrite, using a reprocessor, we can combine everything we've made so far. Ludocrite and reticulite. We haven't made any of this yet. Cyanite with plutonium in a reprocessor. And we need a fluidizer to turn cyanide into cyanide liquid. Okay, so this is our next multi-block, the fluidizer. The fluidizer, oh my god, this thing is huge. It's a 3x3x3. It's not a 3x3x3. It's a 3x3x3 internally. Okay. I don't know what block that is on the side here. It looks like it probably is the glass. That looks like a power tap up there. But if that's the case, then this looks like it's a 5x5x5. So let's grab ourselves out some fluidizer stuff. All right, so this is the base frame. And then it goes up like this. While we're waiting for the other parts to craft, we want ourselves a controller right here. I don't know if the power tap has to be anywhere else, but we'll stick it on the back here. Solid injector we'll put here. The fluid injector we'll put the output there, and the fluid injector we'll put on top maybe, or we'll put over here. And now we just need to grab the rest of the casings and fill this thing up in. Is this correct? No. Did I do something wrong? It looks taller than it should be. Oh, it's 5. Okay, yeah, so it is only supposed to be 1 block less. I wonder, does the ports have to be on a specific spot? Let's try and mimic what this thing is telling us here. So the power tap needs to go up here. And where does the other thing go? Oh, apparently it doesn't need the fluid injector. Then why does it have one? I don't know. Right, so we just need a point for power then. So you go there. Okay, and now we just want to grab out some cyanide. It says blocks can be used in there. So we'll just grab ourselves out stock of blocks. Solid input. And then in here should be the output. And once we turn it on, doesn't look like we can access it. But yeah, the fluid is in there. We'll probably just store this in a tank for now. Okay, so that's going in here. That's being stored. How's this guy doing? It seems to have gone through all the plutonium. Nice. Does it actually work with the blocks, actually? If we look up cyanide or plutonium, can we turn the blocks into it? Like reprocess blocks? No, we can't. Okay, so it has to be start from the ingots. Okay, so I've swapped some things around. We got ourselves the output here, which was the cyanide. I've moved it to the side, built another reprocessor who's actually going to be turning that. Oh, I need to give him power now as well. Can I just run everything off the one cable here instead of having to put a point down for everything? I think that'll just be a lot easier. There we go. So everything here is on the one network. And how does this work now? So what was it again? I think it was the blue plutonium we're getting now. This goes in up here. And that should turn into ludocrite. Yes. And that's being exported out right here. This ludocrite now can be made into ludocrite blocks. Doesn't need to have any much of a use at the moment. It's probably some sort of like, it's a turbine coil. Okay, that's fine. The next step then, let's have a look in here. We need to get ourselves a reticulite, which is going to be magnetite with ludicrite. How do we get magnetite? That requires what now? So in order for us to actually get magnetite, we need to get this guy here, a reactor fuel injection port. And we're actually going to turn this guy around. So we need to put this, say, I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, so put that there. And we're going to turn this guy into the opposite. So you're going to be in outlet mode. And hopefully now, yes, we can see there's magnetite up there because I was trying to figure out how to do this before. And there's two things you can do. You can put plutonium in here for fuel instead of uranium. Turn it on. And if we look out over here now, it should be producing our magnetite. And it is. Now, it's very slow. But I think there's actually another recipe you can use instead of plutonium. And that's using plutonium from Gregstar. So we only have a tiny bit. But I think if we put this in here, yes, it also went in. And yeah, that works. And if we look over here now, yeah, we're producing it very, very, very slowly right now. Now we need to pump this out into another reprocessor. And I think this time, if we look at magnetite, we need to combine that in a reprocessor with ludicrite to make radiculite. So we need to pump this probably into a tank and then put it in another one of these reprocessors or build another reprocessor. I might build another one right here. All right, there's that one built. Now we'll just grab out some pipe and pump the magnetite from there over to here. Okay, so that should be gone into here. It is. We have power. We'll turn it on. And now the ludicrite that we're making out of this guy, we'll just take that out. And now we stick this in here. And we should be getting ourselves radiculite. Might need a lot more than just 270 buckets or millibuckets of that. So let me fill this guy here up with a ton of plutonium or plutonium. How much plutonium do we actually have? 600? Let me just put in as much as I can. Casing heat is going up like crazy. So are we producing it a lot faster? Let's say. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try and fill this thing up as much as I can. And all right. And now if we look in here, we're producing it very quickly, actually, which isn't bad. And now we've got ourselves 3 radiculite. All right, so we've produced enough of it now, I think. 22 left of the radiculite in here, but now it's time to make a rothenite. And to do that, we're going to need another one of these fuel injection ports. So we're going to stick this guy right here. You are going to be in inlet mode and you are going to be outlet mode. Okay? And how does it say we make it now? So I think you need to use the fluidizer. This guy right here, I'm just currently melting down some of this. Can I speed up the export of this? I just want to make sure I keep the ludicrite being made. Yeah, that'll be enough for now. So if I look up fluidizer, using another, no, I need a solid injector. Using another second solid injector, we can combine together 2 different items. The one we're going to be looking at, if we look up extreme, is this guy here, rothenite, but actually we're going to make verdium. Verdium can be made by mixing plutonium and uranium together at a 2-to-1, and this will make the verdium fuel liquid. Pump that into the input port right there, and then that will make the reactor run, and the export then will come out as a rothenite. And then we mix that together with benatite, and we should get ourselves our insanium, or insanite ingots, something like that. So let's grab ourselves out plutonium. I don't know, yeah, we don't really have a lot of this. How much can we make? 25, okay. Uranium, we'll just start with this here, so that plus that in here on. And yep, you can see it is now running. Wow, it actually uses quite a bit of power. But there we go. It makes 18 buckets of it. Okay, that might not actually be that bad. Now, the fluid output is going to be here. So we don't want this pumping into this tank. So we're going to move this to an ender tank or this. Yeah, you know, let's use a this dimensional tank. So dimensional tank will go here. And we'll set our frequency to 5, just in case. I don't think I have anything else on a different frequency. You are going to extract into you, and then over here, this is set to frequency 1. Did I? Oh, I never changed. I never clicked change. Okay, never mind. We'll stay on frequency 1 then. That will go up into here, and if we look at the fuel intake, you can see the fuel is going up. Might just need a pipe upgrade. 90 buckets of fluid in there so far. So if we turn this on, it's now going to be working. And if we look in here, we have rothenite. And now that needs to be pumped out into another one of these reprocessors, I think. Let's just have a look. Rothenite in a reprocessor together with benatite. And we're also going to need radiculite to make Insanite, yeah, and benatite. Okay, so we need it for 2 different recipes. Because our main goal is the Insanite block, which requires Inanite, which comes from this. So yeah, hopefully 400 Radiculite is enough. If not, I'll just make a little bit more. And we have 24k Benotite, so we shouldn't have any issues with that. Right, it looks like I'm going to need to make 2 more reprocessors here and here. Okay, and was it the 2 reactors needed it? I think it was. So we want to pump this across into both of these. Okay, it'll probably fill this one up first, but whatever. So this is fluid injector. You are fluid. Oh, I need to tell this thing here to extract first. Okay, so you should be filling up. You are. And I might just put a pipe upgrade for round robin so it evenly distributes it. It is already on round robin. Okay, so you're full and you're full. Okay, cool. So the Rothanite or Radiculite, I think it was. The Radiculite go in here, turn this guy on. Yep. And then the last one then was the Benotite. And I think that goes up in here then. Turn the reactor on. And in here now we're getting ourselves our Inanite and we get ourselves Insanite. And we just need enough to make 20 blocks. Alright, cool. So we'll just leave that run for a while. Wait, how much? Did I use a whole stack or instantly? Or did I use half a stack each? Use a 16. Okay, I'm going to need like a chest and a pipe full of this stuff. And just like that, we are done making all of the Insanite blocks. There we go, all 20. And we're done. So there's only a few things left for the Philosopher's fuel. We need to get ourselves awakened supremium furnaces, a rejuvenated flesh, and the miniature twilight portal. And this block of Tyrian steel, that just requires this metal alloyer. We should be able to make that. We need ourselves a block of iron and this crimson steel. We should be able to make a bunch of that, hopefully. So metal alloyer, we might as well just do this here. So you are just going to be placed down like right there. And we need to mix together. Let's have a look in here. I think it's crushed shulker. So it's a shulker shell with obsidian. And we'll make probably like 2 stacks of each. This is what we're making here. So we need 2 stacks of netherite scrap. Azure silver. How many of this can we make? Not much. We should have a bunch of the silver lying around. No? Oh, okay. I guess I'm going to have to go to the end and get some. Okay, we're just waiting on a little bit more of the silver to be produced. But we should have enough here now to make ourselves the 1 stack. There we go. Oh, this is going to produce 4 stacks of it. Okay, never mind. We probably won't need the second half of it here. Can this be sped up? Yes, it can. Good. And that gives us 28 blocks. So that's more than enough. Okay, so now that we have that, the last thing to do is let's go to the Twilight Forest and get our Snow Queen trophies. We're also going to need these blocks of other things. So let's see if we can get those materials as well now to see if we can make a seed or something for them. All right, let's take out this dude. Should be able to one-shot him. There we go. And he should just drop all his loot or does it go in a chest? Taking a while to explode. There's like some sort of green trail going here. I guess goes to a chest or... Yes. There we go. So that unlocks now the Lich Tower. So let's go to that. Where's the closest one? It looks like it's this way. There's no flying allowed, but if you just spam your jetpack button, you should be able to fly past everything. No problem. All right, so the Lich is in here. He's already dead. Did I defeat him already? I do not remember doing that though. Okay, if that's the case, then let's have a look at our Twilight journey. Next step is to the swamps to find ourselves a Minotaur. All right, so this is where we need to be now. So get out of here. And let's see if we can find the boss room very fast. All right, here's the jump down. And now we're just looking for the main room. Just basically using this tells me everything. So he's over there. So we just need to run this way and we'll find him. There's also loot chests and everything here you could explore, but whatever. And also, I think it might be just easier if we just break through all the walls. All right, here's the main boss room. Get rid of you. And now we're looking for a type of food. Oh yeah, he dropped it in here. Meat stroganoff. That's what we want. And I don't think they didn't really drop anything good in here. I'll take the iron wood because that can be used for making the iron wood ingots or like the blocks later. All right, now we just need to get out of here. Next up is the Hydra. So we just need to eat some stroganoff so we can access this area now. And let's see if we can fight him. I don't know how difficult it'll be. Hopefully not too difficult. One shot. This Morgan is incredible. Anyway, now we have the Hydra chops and fiery blood. So hopefully we'll have enough now. Actually, that's another thing. I think you can actually... What the hell is that? Well, I was going to say, I think you can use hostile neural networks to generate up a lot more, but yeah, that works. Oh my god, look at that. Right, next up then, I think, is the snow biome. Let's go. Okay, in here we should have the Alpha Yeti. Should be fairly simple. There we go. Got him. We don't really need this guy. We're just mainly going straight over here to the ice area, which should have our Snow Queen. Now, for the Snow Queen, I think we are going to get ourselves a thing. We're going to need a lot of the trophies. So let's get ourselves out a mob swab and a framework and see if we can capture the DNA of the Ice Queen here. She should be in one of the tallest towers. Snow Guardian. It should be the Snow Queen. I'm sure when we get close enough, we should see her spawn in on the map. Oh, yep. Her just appeared on the map here. So she's down, straight down. Yeah, let's see if we can dig straight down. Wow, this block takes a long time to break. There's our Snow Queen. So we'll just capture the DNA. There we go. And then we'll do the same thing with the framework. And how many do we need to gather? 6. Yeah, so we need to kill her there. And that didn't count, but we're going to get ourselves now a spawner of her. So that should be fine. Now that we're done here, let's teleport home. Actually, I do need to get the Ergast and other stuff. Let's quickly go get those. Shouldn't be too difficult. Before the Ergast is the Phantom Knight, which is this structure here underneath the Dark Forest. And we need to farm up a bunch of this armor shards, because I think after you get a clump of that, you can get the Night Metal, which then is a block, which is needed in here. So we might actually capture a spawn egg of one of the guys in here. Why not? And to enter this place, we just need a trophy. And now we're looking for a room that's blocked off by obsidian and iron bars. And yeah, we'll capture the DNA of you, because they seem to be dropping the armor shards. Okay, not the place we're looking for, but it is blocked off by... Oh wait, this is a spawner of the... Did these drop from the helmet crabs? Oh, okay, we don't even need the swab. Okay. We could just take this thing here, so using a cardboard box. Can we find the room we need? That's it over here, so it's completely opposite side. Here it is, so if we just enter in, we turn on shapeless mode. Come in here and just kill everything until it spawns. And yeah, there we go. And now we can dig straight up and go find ourselves the Ergast for Carbonite. The Ergast is located in the center of the Dark Forest. It'll fly all the way up. This should be the Ergast here. Should take him out fairly easily. There we go. And yeah, we got Boar Essence. That Boar Essence combined with gas tears and redstone will make the Carbonite. All right, I went ahead and actually made the Goblin Chain spawn egg anyway, so we have really fast spawning here. So hopefully now, as they spawn, they should just fly down this funnel here. I completely forgot the Snow Queens actually drop chests. Oh yeah, I wasn't meant to farm it this way. I was supposed to farm it using the data module. I completely forgot. But anyway, we should have enough of them now. Yeah, if we need more, I'll fix it later. So with that then, let's go and get ourselves our rejuvenated flesh, and then we should be done making ourselves the fuel. Alright, so there's 2 ways of being able to get in the flesh. We can either kill ourselves or we kill werewolves. Now, werewolves is the way I want to go, because I don't really want to increase our death count. I think we already have like what, 5? The way I used to do this is you put villagers in a hole like so, and then you lightning strike them using like a charged snowball or an energy grenade or something. But this only turns them into witches, which is not what we want. Okay, I was trying to figure out how to make them werewolves. I was trying to figure out how to actually summon them, because if we can't make them through lightning strikes, how? I found a post on Reddit. Apparently, if you get a villager, have a trader, put him in there with a smoker, he becomes a Wolverian. Take him back out, shift right click on the ground, and now he stays as a Wolverian. And now once it becomes midnight, or a full moon at midnight, he will turn into a werewolf, which then we can kill for his flesh, or we can get another mob spawner egg off him and generate them that way. Because killing him right now doesn't drop anything. So this seems to be the best way to do it. So I am going to have to try and force a full moon. I think I just missed it. So let's go get that. While we're waiting for it to turn midnight, I'm doing some stuff here with Evilcraft. I made myself a blood infuser. It was a little difficult, but the only way to make this is by using this and a blood infusion core. but it doesn't tell you how to get the dark gem apart from using a blood infuser. The way to do it, you need to dig yourself a 5 by, like at least 5 block deep hole or whatever. Throw yourself a dark gem in there and it'll come out as a dark power gem. And then you can make this guy right here. What we're looking for is a promise of Tennessee or something like that. This is a promise acceptor. Oh yes, and now we combine that in here with this bowl of promises that we made. That is made by getting yourselves dusted bowl of promises, which is crushed dark gems, and a bowl of empty promises, which comes from the dark power gem. So you make one of these, you put this in here, and then I'm going to put myself a glass orb in here, fill this guy back up with blood. And is this working? Or do I need the next tier? Nope, this is right. This should make me a blood orb. There we go. So using 2 blood orbs now, we can combine those in here with a vengeance focus. That is made by using some crushed dark gems and iron. This is the same thing in here, just doubling it. And now by using that to make ourselves a piercing vengeance focus, we have a box here that has vengeance spirit in it. And we want to use this now to attack them. And that defeated the spirit. And now we got ourselves vengeance essence. And we're going to need like 20 of those, because each one of these essences now are going to be mixed in here with crushed dark gem to make a materialized vengeance essence. And then that in here with a promise of Tennessee 3 will make us a Garmonbosia, which is used to make ourselves a rejuvenated flesh. So let's have a look here. How do we make the next tier of the promise? It is a gold block in here then with that. And then in there then it is a diamond block, which should be level 3. Okay, and now combining these in here, now we have our promise of Tennessee 3. So put that in there. Combined then with our vengeance essence dust, so this and this materialize, put that in there, top it back up with blood. Might need to go and get a few more buckets of it, but as you can see, it is now crafting Argomosia, which will be used for making a rejuvenated flesh. Right, I need to continue turning it day and night until I get a full moon. Well, it's a full moon now, and as you can see, we got ourselves some werewolves spawning. Wow, 7 flesh already. Wow, that's actually quite a lot. 13, okay. You didn't seem to turn into one. It's like you lost your effect. Let's see how many of these guys we can actually get. All right, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, cool. So we have more than enough flesh to work with. So using that to make our Gumbosia, let's go back to our blood infuser and see if that works. And then we need to make ourselves, actually, before we head back over there, let's make ourselves at least 1 miniature Twilight portal. So that way we can actually make ourselves the Philosopher's Fuel. So it's 1 block of each of these. And I seem to have misplaced this. There we go. And then I think it's the Snow Queen trophy. Push the button. Off it goes. Miniature Twilight portal. And let's see if it works. There we go. So we almost have everything we need now. The only thing we're missing is an Awakened Supremium Furnace, actually. So we need to do this again. So Supremium Furnace, 2 Awakened Ingots, and 2 Supremium Awakened Gemstones. Makes an Awakened Furnace. There we go. And now we have everything we need to make ourselves our Philosopher's Fuel. So that plus the flesh. There we go. Rejuvenated flesh. Philosopher's Fuel. There we go. We're 1 step even closer to getting ourselves the ATM Star. And I have a feeling we'll have everything for it now by the end of next episode. Because next episode, we're going to continue with Evil Crafts where we left off. Because there's a few things we do need from this. I do think... Oh yes, we need ourselves this mace and another one of these piercing vengeance focuses. Since we just made these, I'll try and make more in between episodes. But yeah, we need to work on getting this mace then. And getting into... Botania and make ourselves our spell focus, which requires the Wilden Tribute. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell. You're at it then as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.